Oh my gosh.
3, 2, 1.
Should I start off with the monologue I want to do?
Yeah, please do.
Yeah. I'm not sure if it's relevant to this topic though. Oh well, whatever. We ready to roll?
Yeah, we're recording.
Oh yeah, look, hey look.
We're live.
We got a new setup. I'm learning things. I was waiting for the clap, but all good. So, welcome back to Stock Life Mastery Podcast. With me, Kyle, and
Inacio. Yeah, I'm here.
Perfect.
Coach Nachos.
Coach Kyle, Coach Inacio.
Coach Nachos.
Alright, so today we're going to be talking about a very good topic. Something you've probably asked me in the DMs a billion times. Hey Kyle, how can I go pro? Well, that's a huge topic, and we're here to answer it. However,
that's the very first question everyone make, right?
Everyone.
Yeah.
Well,
how can I go pro?
yeah, I'm like, well, it takes. Yeah, there's a few things. It doesn't happen overnight.
All you need to do is like eat cereal every
Yeah.
No, there's no like.
No, but I
But
have a bone to pick. All right,
Okay.
and I'm in a funny mood, which is annoying because I want to get serious. I'm going to get serious. I'm going to try, even though I'm laughing all the time. So, yesterday we've talked about abusive coaches before. So yesterday I got a call from like a distressed mum saying, "Hey, look, there's this kid that's not even her own kid, someone else, saying a player I coach in the academy, that he wants to quit football. And here's why. So his club coach, he's getting nothing but negativity from. And on the other side, he just got a message and some feedback from his basketball coach saying, "Hey, look, you're doing so well. You've improved so much in the last 2 years. I see so much potential in you." So here's a kid.
Oh my god.
On one end, he's getting nothing but negativity, and his whole season's not been very well, like in terms of game time, just how he's been feeling. And he's the most resilient, persistent kid with the most determination ever. The kid's a legend. But there's only so much a kid can take.
Yeah, exactly.
So here's the problem. What do you think a kid would do when he's getting negativity from one side, and he's got quite a good basketball coach saying you've got so much potential? What would you do as a person?
First of all, you got confused.
I'd be like, well, why would I want to play football where I feel like I'm terrible? I get, called terrible.
Yeah.
And on one end, the basketball coach is saying I'm great. Well, I'm going to quit football. I'm going to go play basketball.
Yeah.
And this is a problem on a whole wide range of reasons. So for FFA and FSA, like, what are they trying to do? We need participation. We need more and more footballers.
Yeah, exactly.
And meanwhile, we're getting 13-year-old kids who now are quitting. But even from the coach himself, as a coach, why would you want your players quitting halfway through the season? That's not going to help you very much. So the point is, you can see two opposite ways of coaching. One is positive, reassurance, encouragement, and one's negativity. And this is the result. This is evidence. What happens? I get called up. The kid wants to quit football. He wants to play basketball because of this situation.
Yeah.
How's this good for anyone? And so for the coaches out there, please understand, if you are unable to understand how to coach someone, if you're unable to understand how to communicate to children, don't coach.
Yeah.
Yes, you were a high level footballer. Okay, cool. Does that mean you can coach? No.
Definitely not.
No.
Totally
If you
different.
can't communicate with children, don't coach, go get educated. If you do not know how to, see how a child is feeling and maybe adapt the way you're coaching for that person, okay, don't coach, go get educated. If you don't know how to give feedback to somebody, if it's feedback 101, positive, negative, positive. Not just somebody's doing the wrong thing, shout at them, say, do this. The kid would have done it if he knew what to do.
Exactly.
Yeah. So instead of doing that, hey, let's say one of our academy players is in the wrong position. It's like, hey, dude, you're doing an awesome job. However, maybe you come a little bit more this way. But hey, I love the effort. I love the way you're thinking.
Yeah, and then you can explain like in a short way.
Yeah.
Hey, look, if you come here, that'll be better for you.
Yeah.
So just positioning.
And the message gets across. However, they have a good feeling afterwards. Not just like, I'm getting shouted at. What the hell am I doing? I've got no idea. I feel so lost. It's okay. Hey, dude, you're doing great. However, we need you here, or we need you to do this when you get the ball. But still, love the work. Yeah. It's feedback 101, whether in the workplace, school, whatever, employees, whoever.
Yeah.
You're doing awesome. However, this is the problem that we need to resolve, but love it. Yeah. If you cannot do this, don't coach. It's 101 of feedback.
Yeah, because if you get like too much negativity, you're going to make more mistakes because you're desperate. You want to make sure that you're doing properly, but you're going to get more and more mistakes.
And in this case, quit.
Exactly.
The kid wants to quit football.
Because it's easier, so we're going to quit.
Yeah. And I love the kid. So it shows you, it's not about kids being snowflakes. It's not kids not needing to harden up.
No.
In school, can you abuse? Can you treat kids badly? Can you shame them? No. In workplace, can you bully? Can you abuse your employees? Can you do? No. There's HR. There's workplace culture. No. So why are we allowing it in youth football? Yeah. Anyway, so. Yeah, it just infuriates. This thing,
I know.
It infuriates me.
I just get us mad.
And I apologize to the audience that we're starting off so negative and that we've probably spoken about this topic before. However, this happened literally yesterday. I kid you not, I get a call saying, not just this kid, another kid too.
Yeah.
Saying, my kid's coming home crying from training. He's thrown out his boots. He doesn't want to play anymore. This kid's an 11-year-old child.
Come on, 11
He's 11 years old. Kid. Coaches, leave your ego out of this. Leave your little Project Mbappe's out of this. This is about children developing. Yeah.
And everyone has your own time. So.
And if you're not qualified, cool. Yeah. Don't coach. It's like, let's say there was somebody hurt themselves or injured or whatever, and they need first aid. If you're not qualified for first aid, don't do it. Leave it for somebody else.
Yeah.
Because if not, you're going to do more damage than good. If you're not qualified to coach, you're going to do more damage than good to the children. Exactly.
Come on,
it infuriates me, this topic.
Oh my gosh, we get so mad on those situations. And like that happened with Kyle like yesterday. So it could have and probably happened with someone else yesterday. Yeah. And today and yesterday and a week ago. And 100%. It's going to happen still.
Yeah. This is just one person that called
exactly.
me up. Seeing so much distress saying, please Kyle, can you help? Yeah. Can you have a chat to the child?
And as a coach, that's our responsibility. If you want to become like a really good player or like if you want to just have fun, as a coach, that's our obligation with you to make sure that you're going to have fun, you're going to learn, you're going to improve, and maybe you can improve.
Absolutely. Well, yeah, so let's move on. Let's go back to the topic of the day. I apologize for the audience.
That was the transition, and maybe you can get pro.
Yeah. So, hey, look, I do apologize for that.
Come on, Kyle.
We're going to get back to the
apologize, man. That was so important. That's a message that we need to put out there. People need to understand like both perspectives, as a kid, as a coach, as a parent, and actually,
if you're trying to create professionals, not going to be doing it if they quit football.
Yeah, definitely.
But how about you, as maybe the player watching this? What on earth do you do? You play football and you think, what do I do to go pro? Because it's an overwhelming question. Which is why if you ask me,
people ask me all the time.
I can't give you one sentence to tell you what to do.
Yeah.
So I've done this podcast maybe 4 or 5 years ago, and I've kind of laid it out in like a 2-part system. Step 1, simple but difficult. Get as good as you can as quickly as possible.
Yeah.
All right. You have to get to a high enough level, professional level, quickly enough. Because if you're not good enough to play, then you're not going to play.
Exactly.
But let's say, cool, you're the best in the world. You're awesome. Well, now you got to quote unquote network. Now you got to find a coach who maybe knows another coach who can put you in this club, or maybe you can talk to a parent who knows a coach, or etc. Because you have to be good enough so that when you're seen, you get the contract, so to speak.
Exactly.
But if you're...
So there's the whole network going on.
Yeah. If you're horrible and you
have a good connection.
And you have good connections, you go to the trial and they go, what the hell are you here for?
Yeah. Who brings you here?
Yes.
Who have brought you here? Come on, please. I need to talk to that person.
Exactly. Yeah. And if you're the best person in the world, but no one knows you're the best, then that's the problem. So that's why I say, for me, it's a 2-part system.
Yeah.
Cool. And then we can break that down. So cool. How do I get as good as possible? Okay, well then there's the nutrition side. Then discipline. What sort of things can we do to train? Maybe academy coaching, maybe private coaching, maybe
practicing at home as well.
Practicing at home. We've just done a podcast on that.
Yeah, exactly.
So you got to train. The more you train, the better you'll get. Yeah. That's just period.
That's for everything.
Anything.
Not just like being a professional soccer player. For everything. Everything you want to do it, you do it with discipline, focus, and keep doing until you get better and better. And once you get better, don't stop. Keep doing. Keep improving.
Absolutely.
We'll never stop.
And in terms of like getting better and learning, cool. Can you do, let's say it's a technique or whatever, can you do the technique repetitively multiple times, but learn it in the correct way? Yeah. So that's why where coaches and academies can help you, because if you don't have a coach, or you'll just be doing the same mistake over and over and again and not knowing what to do. But getting coaches like speeds up the process. Yep. You go, cool. Coach tells you what to do and understand and gives you a better idea. And then it's up to you to practice.
Exactly. Because it's not only about like, hey, I know how to do step over. I know how to do rollover. Yeah, that's awesome. Yeah. Okay, that's cool. Can you apply that in a game? how are you going to apply? How many different situations you're going to have, and how you make sure that you're going to apply that one in the right time, in the right way. Hey, I know how to dribble. And then you as a defender, you try to dribble there, you lost the ball, they score a goal.
Yeah.
So it's all about like, okay, I know how to do this like in a training session, the very first drill. Okay, now I need to apply, okay, with intensity and with 2 different players. How am I going to get rid of that situation? So that's the way that we keep saying to you, hey, you learn the first step, you learn how to do it. Now you need to learn in one situation, then another, and another. It never stops. That's the reason, keep practicing all the time. If you want to become pro, if you want to become like a way better, focus, discipline all the time, that's a must.
And in terms of becoming the best player possible, it's cool. Can we get you physically better? Can we get you faster, agile, fit, strong, etc.? Then cool as well. Technically, if you can't pass, control, shoot, have the technical ability, you're going to struggle, because the third part, your mind. Can you make the correct decision quickly enough so you don't lose the ball, or etc., etc.? Can you be aware of what's around you? Do you have the knowledge about football on what to do, where to do it, how to do it, when to do it?
Exactly. And there's another thing too. Like, okay, so that's the reason at futsal, soccer, or any other thing, we do have our own position for a reason. Right? Mm-hmm. I cannot, hey, look, I'm a really nice striker. Yeah, you're going to become a goalie now. Mm-hmm. What do you mean goalie? Mm-hmm. So to become a pro, as soon as you kind of find your position, try to stick with that. Do not keep changing all the time. Of course, I'm talking like when you're just changing your age, or when you have like age enough to, hey, that's my position now. Because when you talk like, how can I become pro? I'm like 9. Well, there's a long. Yeah. You still have the chance to choose your own position later on, how to improve and how to get better. Because sometimes, like, that would just happen with me, like when I was like really young. For example, I was like one person. Maybe that's for the other episode as well. But like, I'm gonna talk like really quickly. So I never understood like how professional soccer players couldn't pass, kick with both. Fit like all the time. Hey, left foot. Oh no, that's terrible. You see the guy just literally lining up to pass with the right one because he cannot pass with the left one. Mm-hmm. So when I was young, I used to literally, no, I need to use the left side. That was discipline, and that's the reason I'm talking to you about discipline. Now I need to try that. I need to make sure that I'm going to do it properly if I do so. So that's the reason I will keep telling to the kids all the time, hey, if you're 8, if you're 9, maybe like you cannot understand how to become a wing, like a left wing. Mm-hmm. But maybe you understand like how to become a midfielder or like vice versa. So as soon as you understand better, you need to apply that in the pitch. Like to become a pro or something like that, you need to get focused. You need to do everything properly. But sometimes it's all depending like what kind of position you're playing or want to play or think you are good at it.
And that's something that we're going to do a podcast on, because how to know what position is right for you.
Yeah.
And we'll go into detail. Okay, what's your body type like? What's your defensive or attacking minded? So we can go on a whole podcast episode about that.
But that's the reason I was telling you, like, for example, hey, how can I become pro? And then, well, if you don't know exactly what you're going through, that's the reason we have to split it up later on. But now the focus is like what you have to do to get there.
So you're saying for players, it's quite good to master your craft at a certain position. So when a coach goes, hey, look, he's the best in that position, so we need him. He's the best fullback ever. Yeah. Or he's the best midfielder. Where being a player where you're good, but a coach looks at you and goes, where do I put you?
Yeah.
So you're thinking, okay, get your position, master, and then you'll know that role inside and out, and you'll be the best at it.
Exactly. I do have one kid. He was like, "Hey, which position would you like to play?" He was like, "Striker." He's my defender, and he's the best defender I ever had. Yeah. He's so good. He's fast. He know what he's doing. Every time I put him as a striker, he's like, "Oh, please don't do it." Hey, which position would you like to play? Strike. Oh my gosh. And then like I have to tell him, hey man, look, why don't you, sometimes as a coach, all you need to do is just teach them how to love the position as well.
Yeah.
And now he was like, no, I'm a defender now.
Yeah.
Would you like to be striker? Nope.
That's good. That's awesome.
Cool. Yeah.
That's perfect. Yeah, wow.
Because now he's getting like so much more like compliment all the time.
Yeah.
And every time he doing an action there which is good, he was like, woo!
So there you go.
As a striker, he was like, nah, that's not good.
So the positive reinforcement, the encouragement, that type of coaching helps him.
Because look, come on, like to be honest, the very first question you got asked, hey, how can I go pro? And then you ask, hey, which position would you like to play? Maybe they're gonna say striker or midfielder. They're not gonna say, hey, I want to play as a center back. It's so hard to find someone that center back. Yeah, that's my thing. It's just an example.
I know.
So yeah. Anyway, keep going.
No, perfect. So yeah, awesome. So then, like we said, cool, perfect. We've got to get the technical side. So get as good as you can technically, which might be practicing heaps, get a private coach. Physically, maybe it's getting a strength and conditioning coach. We might have a podcast episode about that. If it's out or not, who knows? And then of course the awareness where you need either you can study at home or get a coach to really make you understand, because you got all the skills in the world, but if you're dumb as bricks in terms of football, it's gonna be hard to play.
Exactly.
And so perfect. That's just the individual ability side of it. And then cool, you're the best. Perfect. And now how can you let people or network or get your foot in the door of places that will want you? Because like we said, you can be the best, but if no club knows about you, then that's a problem. And so that wherever you are, maybe, whichever city you're in, whichever club you're in, maybe just in a school, there's always a way to network. Let's say you're a really good just school player. You've never played club in the world. Well, for me, the first thing I'd say is, okay, Google it. Where's a club? Go to any club you can find. Or go to your school and say, hey, look, I'm looking for a club. Do you know any of the local community clubs?
Maybe the PA teacher will know someone who knows someone who knows someone.
And that's what networking is. And let's say, cool, now you're in a club, but maybe you're at a community club, or maybe you're trying to make your way up to the...
Come on, you're the perfect example. Remember, like the very first episode, Kai was mentioned that he was playing like a friendly game, and then someone just saw, hey, can you join?
Technical difficulties.
Yeah, so we have like a score. No, don't even have a score in Australia, having.
I actually don't know. I don't know anything.
I don't think it. Anyway, so you're the perfect example, because you start like that, doing like a friendly game or something, then someone look at you, oh my gosh, this kid's really good, and then he just approach you. But that was not because you were trying to reach someone. No, that was something that they were did. But like if you don't go there, like, hey, teacher, like your PE teacher, do you know someone? Because I'm really want to play. I'm keen to play. And then he will see you, hey, yeah, you're a really good player. So I do know someone.
Exactly.
Wow.
And that's kind of the step by step. And maybe, okay, cool, you're a club player. And maybe you're in a situation where maybe you're an under 16s player and you really want to play under 18s, because that's the next step. You have to get your face out there. So speak to the coach of under 16s. Hey, look, these are my ambitions. I'm training really hard. What things can I do to get to under 18s? And, the coach may say, hey, look, these are the things you need to work on. Or, hey, look, let me talk to the under 18s coach. We'll give you a training session with them.
Yeah, maybe like, well, I just want to see how you play. And then you're going to play. And they were like, well, you're the first 11. Maybe like we're going to start. Welcome aboard. Let's just keep training and let's see how it goes.
But it won't happen if you don't go up to that coach and say, I want to play. I want to do this. I want to do it. Yeah. Coaches are so busy. They've got work lives. Maybe they're just like part-time coaches or whatever.
Sometimes they are volunteer, or sometimes it's so many things that you keep thinking about it. There's so many players that you need to look after. So if you don't approach, if you don't like show up, hey, I need your help. Oh yeah, definitely, I can help you out.
And like, so even for us, we've got 100 plus players. I can't chase players and try to help them. But if you come up to me and ask me, hey, look, this is my situation. Yeah. I'm like, I can't wait to help you.
Yeah, exactly.
But you have to go out and ask for it. You have to network. You have to
exactly.
talk.
So network is so important, because if you guys go there, get that action and just go there and say, I need your help. For that person, if he's able to help you, if he's the right person, will take 30 seconds for that person to take the action and change your life. If you literally approach the right person, you can say, mate, look, I'm looking for a trial. I'm looking for a club. I'm looking for a player. Which position? Oh, yeah, it's the same. Come to the trial tonight, for example. And then you go there and you can change your whole life because one action. Because you were like, yeah, I need to do something. And that's the reason we keep teaching kids, like during the whole training session all the time, how to communicate. Yes. Please talk. Because once you start to talk in the game, you're going to talk like later on as well. If you're like a shy kid, hi.
No, it's a
You're
serious
not going to
thing.
do anything.
It's
That was silly.
No, but it's a serious issue. And that's why Soccer Life Master, we want to talk about everything, the confidence side of it. And within our academy sessions, we get players to discuss topics and get them used to talking in front of people, discuss to the group and things like that, because it gets players used to going outside their comfort zone. Because there's always the kid who's the most timid, and it's about, if he's the best player, he still needs to get that confidence so that in any situation, where maybe even in the future when he's even maybe in a semi-professional club, he's got to have the confidence to go up to the coach and say, hey, look, whatever the situation be, hey, I've got aspirations. Is there anything you can help me? Who do you might know? Or what are some things I can do to progress to the next level? Coaches love to help. That's why they're a coach. They're here to help players. That's what their job is.
Exactly. And look, we've been talking about that point in the previous podcast as well. Like we say, like in a few of them, for example, hey, look, I would rather have a kid who can talk, who's keen to make mistakes, willing to try, instead of the kid who's just like always afraid to lose the ball.
Yes.
So that's the same case.
Yes.
If you go there, I'm not going to lose the ball. But look, if they pass the ball to me, I'm going to kick right away. I'm going to try. And then you kick, you mess up. Yeah, but you want to try. You're trying there.
Yes.
And so you're the very first time, and if by chance you score, you're going to say, hey, Coach Kyle, did you see what I just did? Oh my gosh, it was awesome. Yeah, because the confidence is there. So once you have that confidence, you go there, you're going to talk, you say, hey, Coach Kyle, what do I have to do to improve? Hey, can you see like my left foot now? I'm using it way more. And then you're going to say, yeah, I saw that. That was amazing. Keep practicing and practicing. Yeah, that's it.
Yeah. And on top of confidence, we understand going up to a stranger or your coach may be daunting. And that's, I'm sure we'll make a podcast on overcoming fear.
Yeah.
And hey, look, it may be the case. You go up to the coach, they say, these are my aspirations, can you help? And they say no. Yeah. But there's 7 billion people in this world. Talk to the next person, the next person, the next person. And like you said, that one conversation can change your life.
Definitely.
And so that's why, yes, become the best player you can be. Because otherwise, you've got to play football. If you don't know how to play football, it doesn't matter who gets you to a professional club if you're not a professional standard. So first, get to the standard, then find people who can help you, especially in Adelaide or anywhere. You'll be able to get to one training session.
Yeah.
And if you've got enough skill level and you show that in the training session, they go, who's this person? Okay, let me see more of it. Let me see more of it. And they might go, he's good, but not for this level. But I do know someone else that would be perfect for. And that's what networking is.
And people don't understand. Maybe you just play like any club. Think about any club. So you go to that club, you do the trial, and then the coach will say, hey, look, you're good. Not for this club, but I have another club. And then you go to that club, you're going to improve. And maybe like in few months, like in a year or something, that same coach that said that you're not that good enough for that club might going to say, well, you're ready now. I need you now.
Absolutely.
So like, it's not about like, hey, the only thing I keep saying, do not give up. It's really tough. It's not that easy. So it is hard. But if you keep like focus, if you keep your discipline all the time doing the right thing, once you get to the right person, the right network that we were saying, you might not get in the club you want immediately, but you might gonna get a chance later on. So you're gonna go to a different club, maybe be the main person on that team, and then you might gonna come back to the team you dream about it.
And it's about, everyone knows it's about who you know.
Yeah,
right.
Exactly.
And so you can't hate the game. Where people say, politics and blah blah blah. You got if you can't hate the game, join it. If you can't beat the game, join it. Yeah. So okay, find out who you got to know. Yeah. Talk to people. Otherwise, you're sitting on the sidelines complaining about the people who are making those connections. Like for us, we know bloody half the coaches in Adelaide. But maybe a player or a parent is like, what do I do now? Yeah. But if you talk to a coach like us, we'd be like, oh yeah, we can put you here. And that's why if you don't know something, maybe someone else does. And it's all about, like we said, being confident enough to communicate, to discuss, start a conversation. You don't know where it ever leads. And that is essentially networking. Yeah. And then next minute, you might go pro. Exactly. But maybe, let's say that you're not at a professional level in terms of playing. Well, okay, keep on training and keep on networking at the same time. Join whatever club you can. Maybe it's only, say, what do we have in Adelaide? Let's say you're 18 years old. join the JSL team instead of JPL, the lower division. And from there, as long as you're in game time and improving, and then as you're improving, you're then making more and more connections. Maybe you join a different club, or you go from JSL to the high level at JPL, and then you're from that position. Cool. As you're playing against other JPL teams, hey, you can still start conversations after the game. Hey, look, you can talk to coaches, you can talk to parents. The opportunities are endless.
Yes.
It's just people expect things
There's space for
be
everyone.
given to themselves. People think you're going to get given success. You got to go out there. You got to get rejected. You got to try. You got to get outside your comfort zone and talk to people. And for me, that's it. Improve. Network and try to find opportunities. And once you have what they say, success is preparation. Preparation meets opportunity, and that's luck, so to speak.
Exactly. I totally agree with you, and I think we are on the same page. I totally agree with you. Some of the kids kind of like just born ready.
Yes.
Some of them are made. So that's my opinion. That's not for that episode, but like every time I think about Messi and Cristiano Ronaldo, my opinion, Messi just born like that. He's training quite a lot, but of course. Cristiano Ronaldo is like the guy, if you say, hey, you won't be able to do that. Oh, he will. Just give me like one more day and he will. Yeah. Definitely. Yeah. So that's my opinion. I think both are amazing.
Do that TikToks. Hey, no, Messi's the best. Cristiano
Ronaldo. But yeah, like they're quite different. Yeah. So that's the reason I keep saying.
TikTok, let us know. Who do you prefer? Do you think Messi's the best or Cristiano's the best? And who do you think's the hardest worker? Let us know if you think Messi is just born talent and Cristiano is the hard worker, or you disagree. Let us know.
Yeah, please do. That'll be important for us at least to know like your opinion. And yeah, that was just my opinion, please. Anyway.
No, but I think that wraps it. I think to recap, cool. First step, you got to get as good as possible. So can you improve your technical skills? Can you improve your physical ability? Can you improve your awareness or knowledge about the game? And while you're doing those things, because that doesn't happen overnight, does it?
No,
so
definitely
as you're going through the ranks of becoming better, you're then networking with the appropriate people. Speak to your coach, speak to your school, speak to parents who might know other parents who know other coaches.
Yeah.
And from there, if you're doing both at the same time, eventually it leads to the top.
Yeah. And everything is like how much you want it, how much you really want it, how much this is important to you. So if you're not going to do those steps that Kai say, if you just, I think I want to become a pro. You're not going to become a pro with that attitude. I want it. I will. I must. Then you go.
Exactly right. And as a serious thing, injuries are a big case of messing up careers. So get educated about injury prevention. How can you fix your biomechanics? What can you do to prevent injuries? Because lo and behold, as we know, they're not great to have. They can ruin careers. And even if you do the right steps and you get those injuries, then it's very hard to have a career.
Yes, definitely.
So there's so much information about there. There's so many physios or even just Google, YouTube, strength and conditioning, biomechanics, get that stuff sorted. So then you don't wake up one day and go, crap, my career's over because of an injury. But other than that, I think we wrapped it up.
For sure. So let us know like your thoughts, please, below like about the episode. If you do have any question, as I always keep saying to you, please just let us know as well.
If there's anything we missed and you think, hang on, I still don't understand, or maybe you have a question where, cool, I understand, but you didn't go over this enough, or I want to know more about this topic.
Definitely going to let us know. Because it's a huge topic. So there's plenty of room to talk. So
everyone wants to go pro. It's the biggest topic ever. It's how do I do it?
I still want to go pro.
One day we will.
One day. Thank you so much again for watching. I really appreciate that.
Until next time. Cheers.